Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Film Freaks, a show for film, fun, and all things entertainment. I'm Jesse Galan, and today I'm going to give you my top 5 of 2017. So starting off, at my number 5 is King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. I feel like this film was an underrated film, underappreciated film, directed by Guy Ritchie, who is one of my favorite directors. Very well thought out film as far as King Arthur is concerned. Typically when we get King Arthur, we always get the straightforward, non-mystical, non-magical story. And to me, when I think of King Arthur, I feel with all those elements, there was always something missing. So once we got this film, it just blew my mind away. The sword had magic. We had a female Merlin, which was like mind-blowing to me, and a pretty cool twist to the film. And just the magic all around in the film was really awesome. Really enjoyed it. And it's a Guy Ritchie film, so you already know it's witty. The editing was fantastic, and just the visuals are always great. At number 4 is a guilty pleasure. Love the first film, definitely love the second film, John Wick 2. What else does there need to be said other than kill shot, headshot, and more headshots? At number 3, I have Dunkirk, Christopher Nolan film. I'm a huge fan of Christopher Nolan, so typically it's always in my anticipation film or whatever movie's coming out. So to see this movie and actually really enjoyed it was great. I love the psychological, emotional approach to war as opposed to emphasizing the physical combat, which, yes, we all know that's part of war, but sometimes I feel like with those kind of films, we tend to forget about the psychological effects of war. So while watching the movie, it was really intense, had me at the edge of my seat. The music was like really intensifying everything. So just a great example of how music, just circumstances, and how you shoot your shots, the angles and everything can combine together to give you such an intensity as Dunkirk did. At number 2, surprisingly, it's a superhero film, one in which wouldn't have been on my top 5 had I not watched it a couple of days ago in black and white. It was a different experience for me watching it in black and white, and that's Logan. Logan was, it was amazing. I wasn't a huge fan of all the previous Wolverine films. I felt like it was just really bad done for the most part. Even with the X-Men franchise, it's more of a guilty pleasure as opposed to actually really enjoying the film. I love X-Men. So I always love the films because of that reason alone, but not necessarily because it was great. But this film just, holy crap, talk about setting the standards for the Marvel world, or in this case, Fox, right? But man, it was so emotional dealing with the little girl, Weapon X, or X-22, I believe 23, yeah, 23. And just the emotional connection, the lack of family or the need of family, and just seeing Patrick Stewart in a position where, Charles Xavier, where you would see him as this awesome, superpowered, character who had the X-Men and just a very powerful Martin Luther King kind of figure. To see him being fragile, delicate, and in no position to defend himself. Just a lot of emotional elements that really brought the film together to give us the ending, which was almost a tearjerker, to be honest. If it wasn't because I didn't like the previous films, I probably would have cried, honestly. And finally, this movie, again, another film that went under the radar. I don't know if it's because it came out towards the end of the year or what, but Vince Vaughn did a fantastic freaking job, completely out of his element, not typecast whatsoever in this film. It's Brawl in Cell Block 99. Man, this film is a whole nother level for Vince Vaughn. I feel like it's a low budget film. The way that it was shot it felt like a movie that I would do with my DSLR. Didn't look pretty, but the story, the character development, just everything that Vince Vaughn put into this film just blew my mind. I'm like, holy crap, who is this actor? Like, I'm so used to seeing him being goofy, funny, and just all these typecast roles that we always see Vince Vaughn in, right? And to see him playing this almost angry individual, but in a sense that he's so angry, but he holds it internally, like he's at any moment ready to explode. The movie starts off with him just like having the worst day possible, eventually gets locked up, and then just seeing the decline of this character, just doing it for a specific reason. If you haven't seen it, I don't want to ruin it because the movie's great. I'd highly recommend you guys watching it. So that is my number one film of the year, 2017. Let me know what you guys thought. If you agree with me, if you don't, if you felt like one of them should have been shifted around, let me know in the comments below. And I can't wait for 2018. Peace out, guys. All right, guys, thanks for watching our episode.
Yeah, if you liked our video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up.
And if you didn't, you can double click on the thumbs down. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, and like.
Right on. And check us out on our other social media outlets at Instagram and Twitter. And please tweet us at FF Media News.
Or you can engage with us through our email at ffmedianews@gmail.com.
All right. Thanks, guys.